Hey pilots, welcome to another exciting episode of War Robots Domination, a series of helpful gameplay tutorials designed to help highlight the tactics and strategies that I use to help tip the scales in my favorite game, War Robots. Each episode will feature a handful of battles along with helpful commentary that'll provide insight as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm your host, Gotchure Beacons, and I've been playing this awesome game for a few years now, and I've learned a few tricks along the way that I'd love to share with y'all. You'll notice that although my hangar is fairly basic and at lower levels, I've been able to climb it up to Expert League, so I believe that you'll find my tactics will help you do more with less, which can be very helpful with today's economy in the game. I should also mention that this is my second account, so don't let my career profile stats fool you. This is actually my baby account, but it sends a great message to pilots who feel they need to chase the current meta in order to be competitive in battle, because you don't. Wise gameplay can usually overcome any fancy gimmick. A death button is a great example. It can still melt just about any build, and its heritage stems all the way back to nearly the beginning of the game. It's all about knowing when to use it and how to use it. So, without further ado, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episodes while I walk you through my gameplay tactics and share with you my mindset in battle. I hope you find it entertaining, helpful, and fun to watch. I think you will. Let's start by introducing my hangar, the boys that make all the noise, the new recruits and the old guards. Let's not forget about them. They're all part of the show. Let's start with the new recruits here. We're going to have Stinger. He is my Exodus Pinata Strider. And then we got Flash. He is my Gust Halo Pursuer. And then we got Raptor. He is my Flux Falcon. And then we got Jumpstart. He is my Scourge, Pulsar Calamity Inquisitor. And then we got Freezer Burn. He is my Shredder Ember Mercury. The bots are all at level 6. The weapons are anywhere from level 8 to level 9. And then we got the old guard. We got Frick, my Death Button Raven. And then we got his twin brother Frack. He's my Russian Death Button Raven. And then we got the General, my beautiful Trident Fury. And then we got Reaper, my Avenger Bulwark. And then we got everyone's favorite Buzzkill, my Spark Scorch Mender. The bots are all at level 6, and these weapons are all at level 9. I'm currently an Expert 1, heading towards Master 3. I'm gonna call this battle, If It Ain't Broke. I'll explain it here in a second. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Theta. So, here's an old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you know what? That carries a lot of weight in a lot of areas in life. This is certainly one of those ones when you're in battle and you've got something that works. You know, you can try to mix it up a little bit if you want to, just for some strange. But if it's working, you know, you don't have to try to fix it. You know, so this is Yamato. I always start Yamato with the General especially when I'm spawning on this point over here. And I take him over to this little broken elbow or broken catwalk, and I use him to help support the center and fire up anyone that's going into the center. As long as we have it liberated, I can sit here and support it. Now, if for whatever reason I need to jump out of the General and start going off in some other direction, I will. But as long as everything is holding tight, this is 3 and hold. And if you're holding it well, there's no reason to mix it up. Now, there's a little distractor going over here to our, there you go, that guy back there. He's trying to make around it. They call that a Distractobot. I'm going to do an episode here in a minute about that one too. But, because it can work. But when you're going by yourself like that, it may or may not be all that effective. It just depends on the rest of the flow of the battle. But, so what I'm doing right now, I'm staying where I can be effective. And as long as I am being effective, there's no reason to hop out and do anything else. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as I can continue to support the center, and really, the General can support the center like no other business. These Tridents put a tremendous amount of splash out there. I would say the only thing that has a better splash radius would be a Zenith, but I'm not going to sit here and pop off Zeniths. There's some drawbacks to the Zeniths. They have a much longer reload time, and they're just not quite as effective. But the Tridents are great. 600 meters is all I need, and I can light up that center. I can use the splash to get around guys. Now, although they're getting ready to liberate that one, I also know that we have some guys that are up there that are getting ready to take it back too. So I might hop out, but it just depends on how. See, now I've got 2 other guys up there that are going to go ahead and liberate that one. So as long as I can kind of help them manage the other threats that are in that area, the other reds that are in that area, which we have, now they can go back down and liberate that one, and we go back to the status quo. And again, as long as I can keep doing this and supporting the team really well, I'm going to. Now, another thing you got to be aware of is who you're in with. And you can't always tell exactly if you're in with masters or champions or experts, but you know what? You can look at tags. And obviously, if you've been in the game long enough, you kind of know who's some of the higher end clans out there. There's some awesome clans out there, and they are almost infamous for how how good their pilots are and how leveled up they are. And so, if you see some clan tags out there from high end and high-ranking clans, you know you're in with some higher end people. And use that again. Use your situational awareness to understand who you're in with. And use that when you're trying to decide how you want to approach a battle, how you want to deploy your bots, where you want to deploy them, where you think you're going to be most effective and everything else. I do that on every single battle because I want to try to do the best I can. If I think I'm in with other equally matched mates, I might play a little bit different. But when I'm in over my head like I am on this one, I'm going to go ahead and take a conservative approach, but still be where I can be effective for my team. And if it ain't broke, I ain't going to try to fix it. Right now, I got this guy coming over to my left, and I'm going to go ahead and try to whittle him down. I know that I'm not alone, actually. I have a mate right behind me to my left. See, now we got him from both sides. So he tried to come over here and distract it. It didn't do any good. And right now, it looks like the center is getting approached. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fire up the center over here. I got to wait till that guy's stealth goes off, and boom, got him out of there. And that's what I did. Now, because I don't have anyone else over there, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of the general finally and take Frack over there. He's got 500 meters. I've got to go up there and help liberate that center one there and kind of help to put a little more support and put a finishing blow on this one if I can. I think we pretty much got this one won. But by keeping the general where he was and not trying to fix something that wasn't broken, it worked out. So there you go, guys. That was a nice green banner. I probably didn't do the most amount of damage, that's for sure, because I had some really high-powered guys on my team. But I think we have pretty balanced pilots on both sides. Yeah, there's some champions. There's another champion. Masters. I think I'm going to see mainly Masters and champions because I've been able to take my hangar up to Masters League now. So that's pretty much all I'm going to see is Masters and champions. And it's going to be a little hotter out there for me, but I'm going to see how far I can go. So there you go. So I hope you see your name in lights here. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace. I'm going to call this battle Distractobot, and I'm going to tell you all about it here in a second. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, November. All right, guys. So I've made my little squishy bot hangers head on up to Masters, and with Masters, I'm in with champions and masters. I don't see too many even experts very much anymore. But in doing so, I gotta come up with different tactics that'll help me with my squishy bots do something to help my team. I'm not gonna be a formidable force out in the field with my light level weaponry or my light level bots. They can't do much. So I gotta come up with some different tactics. One of them, it's been around for a long time. I call it the Distractobot. Distractobots are simply distractions that you create around the field to basically pull the Reds out of position and get them unfocused on the proper thing. Right now, they should be focusing on the center, but by me being over here, I'm having this guy pick on me, and I'm going to chip him away. He's going to take me down, but not after I take a big dent out of him. He's probably a champion. I don't know. Now I'm going to take, this is Jumpstart. By the way, I put a little different weaponry on Jumpstart. Now I got him with Tulumbas and a Thunder. I'm going to see if I can make a little more dent with him. The other weaponry wasn't quite doing what I was hoping it would, so I'm going to use him as a different thing. But this is still just about distracting them away from the target. For them, the target should be that center beacon. But what we're doing, what the rest of my mates are doing too, is we're running around. We're keeping them away from center by simply being in areas and disrupting them in other areas. Basically distracting them from the target. We're going after that side right beacon over there, which is kind of their spawn beacon. We are pressing them in, and we're basically distracting them away from the target point, which is the center beacon. I call this Distractobot because that's what we're doing here. We're distracting them with different little methods, and as we're doing that, as you notice, the beacon bar is slowly ticking down. Those Reds over there are suffocating because they're not launching an offensive on the center. What they're doing is they're being distracted by us and the other mates of mine, basically going off in different directions, right and left. and basically chipping away and threatening that far right beacon over there. And by doing so, it's pulling them away from where they should be focused on, and that is the center. So, and I think we have a pretty balanced set of opponents on both sides, but because we've got them chasing us over there to that right beacon, they're not being able to make an offensive. Distractobot absolutely does work as long as everyone on your team is in on it. And that's the important thing, is you got to make sure that at least 2 or 3 people are monitoring center in case someone does make a launch toward them. The general just got taken down. I didn't park him where I normally did because he wouldn't have been all that effective as a distraction right there. So I moved him down closer to their target point, so they could at least look at me and want to focus on me. And by having them focus on me, my team was able to focus on them and took that guy out. And I'm going to take little stinger up here and chip that guy away. Yeah, I didn't really kill a Raging. Everyone else did. I just kind of finished it off there. But see what we're doing here? We're keeping them distracted. We're keeping them pushed. I'm going to go ahead and make a run for this beacon over here because that's what we've all been doing. By doing this, they're going to take me out, but not until after I pull 2 or 3 of them away from their focus point where it should be. Now look at that. We had 3 guys, 3 or 4 reds right over there looking at my little stinger. Stinger did a great job of distracting them, and that's what we're trying to do, is keeping them keeping them out of focus on where they should be focused on. So Distractobot definitely does work, guys. It's a fun one to use as long as everyone on your team is in on it. We have looks like we have probably masters and experts on both sides here. I'm going to open up who they are here in a second. Hopefully I did. Oh, I think I forgot to do that. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right. This is an opener. We're on a season opener battle here. A lot of people are not ranked yet because it's the beginning of the season, but you know how this works. After 5 games, you get your ranking. But I'm guessing I'm in here with a bunch of masters and experts, perhaps even some champions. We won't know really, but all of them played really, really good. But Distractobot absolutely works, guys. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out. Here's another look at this week's skirmish called Explosive Tags. The hanger gives you a Hellburner, a Hayachi, another Hellburner, a Bulgasari, and another Hellburner. A lot of fun. I'm calling this battle Go With What You Know. And I'm definitely going to explain why here in a second. Enjoy my friends in the background and status as they play their awesome song, Woodish. You know, I've watched a few posts on Facebook about these skirmishes with these, exotic builds, and one of the sometimes they're builds that you don't have any familiarity with whatsoever. And some people say it's a little frustrating, to do well with these, this equipment that you don't use on a regular basis. And yes, there's definitely some learning curves on a skirmish when you're using, builds that you've never had before. But that is the purpose of my title and the lesson that I'm going to try to share with you here. Go with what you know. Now, this is Domination, so it's 3 and hold. You also know the mechanics of some of these bots anyhow, but the basics never change, even when you're using equipment that you don't know, like corner shooting, like protecting yourself, like don't get too close to someone who's firing at you. These are things that you know, regardless of what kind of equipment that you're using. You also know that there's power in numbers, so try to pair up when you can. You know that if you've got 3 beacons, you're doing good. If someone's getting ready to liberate, you go down there and try to get it back. If someone's shooting at you, hit a module if you have it. Try to get out of the way. If you don't, at least get close there and hopefully one of your mates will team up with you like that one. You go with what you know. I know what a Hayachi does. It's a dash. It has 2 dashes. I know what storms do. They are a shotgun type of a thing. I also know that Hayachi across from me, his shield is extending through the barrier, so I'm going to shoot at it. We know things about it. Even though if you don't have one of these, you know how they work. And you go with what you know. Use what you know to help get yourself at least somewhat into the game and give yourself a fighting chance. Even if they have last stance, at least I took them down. I know if I cap this one blue, this is going to put us 4 beacons to 1. That's going to give us a big advantage. Go with what you know. Even if you're not that skilled at that particular battle or that particular bot or build, that's okay. This is not 1v1. You're not just facing some other opponent who's going to have an advantage over you because he knows how to use the equipment that you don't know. This is still Domination or some other map or battle mode where it's all about the tactics of winning the game, not necessarily how good you are at piloting that one particular build. This is a Bulgasari, double dash. It's got a physical shield, Orkins. We've had Orkins since the day we started playing this almost. Well, since we first got ranked into bronze, and if you're playing this game, you are at least a bronze. I'm sure you've handled an Orkin. Whether you have a dash in your build or not, you still know you should corner shoot. You still know Orkins have a 300-meter range. You know that if they have a little bit of a splash, you know you can reach across and take down someone. So there's nothing new about a lot of this stuff. It's a matter of maybe having a bot that you don't know that well of, or that. But it's a matter of quickly learning the range of what you do know, and playing the game the way it should be played. And if you do it right and everyone else plays the same thing, that's great. I mean, just because you're playing in a new build, don't get crazy. If you do have a bot that you have no idea how to use, maybe go with something you know first, like a Hayachi or a dash, that at least you understand the mechanics of it. So there you go, guys. Let's take a look at the pilots on both sides. We've got champions and experts. We're probably going to see, there you go, a bronze. Probably going to see a silver. There's a master. There I am. And there's an unranked a pilot too. So you definitely have a wide range of experience levels on each side when you play the skirmishes. Remember that it doesn't count against you on your stats and your careers, so just have fun with it, guys, but make sure you go with what you know. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Peace out, guys. Well, friends, that just about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and were able to take something you learned and use it in battle. I add content to my YouTube channel almost daily, so please stop by when you're able and check out the fresh new material. Or just click on an old episode and maybe catch another tip that'll help you up your game. If you like what you see, please tap on the red subscription button and then tap the bell to be notified when new episodes are released. It would also be helpful if you could make a comment about the video, whether it's an example of how the episode helped you, or maybe additional advice to help elaborate on the tactics I shared, or even constructive comments that'll help clarify something I might have missed. It's all good and greatly appreciated. Finally, this game is full of challenges and can create frustration for some who are simply trying to have fun with this awesome game. My goal is to provide you all with helpful information and help reduce the frustration and increase the fun. So, if you feel these videos are helping you, please share them with a friend, someone who you think might benefit from them. Well, that's about it for today, guys. As always, keep them blue out there, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Make sure you're having fun, though, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. I love you all for your support. Play well. Peace out.